What do you do with Sled Mum's just standing there at night?
Oh no, I need to get some curtains. Well, we're getting some blinds, that's what
Anyway.
Welcome back to Critical Brits. And today,
As a controller
with the Xbox One.
control of the single man, because it's so expensive.
Yeah!
Okay!
Right, confession. I've opened this up and I've used it for about a week.
Yeah.
Dickie hasn't used one of these.
No, I'm excited for this, because he's been playing with it and he's actually can kill things in Halo now.
Shut up. Now, I've configured this so that it matches a standard controller and we'll show you all the fancy new things.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing around with it.
So you
It's
can-
packed it away near how it would be when you release this.
It's a really
This
nice
chair,
box.
man!
It's a very nice box. In here, if you don't drop it, down here is where you'll find your cable for connecting it to PC or the
Okay.
console for charging your... And it's also where you get 2 AA batteries. They do give you 2. Which I've already drained and I'm now back on my playing charge kit. And then under the flap wall is where you find your instructions, which are quite beefy, actually.
Okay. Oh, and this is 120 of the Queen's English pounds.
It's rather expensive.
120.
It's
If you're talking American dollar use, no, that's
it's not the
Australian
same.
dollars.
It's not that much more.
Well, it's but
We always
cheaper in America.
We always get screwed over that way.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, we do. Always. And there's in here. That's hard, by the way. It's quite cool.
Oh, is it? It looks
Yeah.
soft.
It's kind of soft, but it's hard. Lol. And there she is, placed in there.
Now, he has named this.
I've named it Stella. That was it.
It's called Stella.
You have to name it. You see, when you put setting it up on your app, you have to name it.
Ah, right. That's what it's about. I didn't know what. I thought you were just naming it just because people name their cars and.
This is a standard Xbox One controller. They're very similar, but this one is made of steel, so it feels better.
So look. That's how I feel.
Copper feel, and it's got rubberized.
I like that
grip.
it's a bit.
It feels heavier.
Mate,
It's very nice.
that feels better already, and there's nothing customised on it. Oh, it looks nice.
This is plastic, just smooth at the back. That's your standard one. That one's got rubberized grip.
I want one, and I want to customise it by 3D printing my own faceplate with my gamer tag on.
That's the only thing.
That is a possible in the future competition, by the way. So make sure you stay subscribed and stay tuned for that, because that will be coming soon.
Aesthetically, it's the same,
Yeah.
except some things are silver.
That feels so much nicer in your hand. I like having that bit of extra weight.
Yeah, it
It feels nice.
My only gripe with how it looks is you get the colours on the face buttons on this one, you get none on that one. It's just a small thing,
okay,
but
yeah.
I like the coloured ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are your weapons. Now, you get 3 sets of analog sticks,
Okay.
your 2 standard analog sticks, a slightly longer set of analog sticks,
Giggity.
yeah, which are they're actually convex as opposed to concave.
I've got a long analog stick.
Yeah, they're kind of PlayStation style. And then you've got an even longer set, which are back to the standard, back to the concave Xbox look.
Ah.
This is the one I put on the right hand side
Oh,
for my shooting. And we have here an extra D-pad. It's like a satellite dish. I think this fell off the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars Episode 6. It's actually quite good. It's for fighting games, I think. For your combos,
right,
for all your
yeah.
Hadoukens.
Oh, I get that. That make that a lot easier, because it was always really hard to get the diagonal.
The
diagonal
Xbox 360 D-pad was absolute shite. I think
Yeah.
that was its answer. And then you've got the paddles.
That's the kicker for me.
That's probably one of the big things. Now, the interchangeability is very good. It's very simple and easy.
Really, really want one.
Right, customizability is very simple. No screws, no glue,
Oh, cool.
nothing. Everything is magnetized.
Oh, wicked. Did not know that.
So you literally like, and it's a strong magnet as well. It's like, tis a job. So, so swap that over the dish. Top.
That's awesome.
And I've messed around with this. It's really hard to just pull it
I was
off.
going to say how
It takes a beating.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to like intentionally lift it off if you want to do that.
That's sick.
Okay. The sticks are the same. They just pull off and they suck back on. Plop. There's like ridges around the stick to make sure it doesn't rotate. Also, little extra thing to mention. You'll notice a black rim around the stick. The stick's made of steel. The rim is supposed to be made of a material that won't have any friction at all with it.
Oh, okay.
So it's dead silky smooth when you move it around.
Ah, nice.
Because if you look on a standard Xbox controller, where have I put it? Here it is. You can see where it wears away the stick. So that's designed to prevent that. That's just a long one. Ta. That. Theory behind that obviously being now you have more range of movement for shooting.
Yeah.
Next, paddles.
Would you want a small or long paddle?
Just pass us some all. They're all dead easy to put on. These literally, gotta make sure I'm putting them in the right ones. Put them in the hole. Magnet holds them in. Put them in the hole. Magnet holds them in. Put it in the hole. Won't go in the hole. I'm holding it the wrong way around. There we go. Magnet holds it in. Put in the hole. Click, 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 click.
So is this how you have your setup now then?
Put these the way around. Dirt. That's
Easy
better.
to set up.
Dead easy to set up.
As long as you put it in the right hole.
As long as you put it in the right hole. These obviously press these little green circular things. These switches here are your hair triggers. You can see your scales there that tell you the range of movement you got on your triggers. Set there. You thought do that. Hair trigger.
I don't know what this hair trigger's like.
It's not as noticeable. That's not on.
Okay, turn it
Now
on.
it's on.
Ah, so it's just basically the hair trigger is less movement. You may need to, normally you'd need to move your trigger, say that much. With the hair trigger it's that much, and it aids with
Fast shooting.
semi-automatic weapons. So for example in Halo, the carbine,
Yeah, the
you go
carbine.
as fast as you can move your finger.
I've
but
noticed.
less movement, obviously you can shoot faster.
I've noticed the carbine firing a lot faster.
Yeah. So is this how you have your setup when you play them?
With this one on hair trigger, long stick, that D-pad because it's easy to reach, pretty much. Now this switch here allows you to switch between two button mapping settings, which we'll come to shortly.
Yeah.
It's takes two double A batteries, but then you can just put a plain charge kit in it like I've done. It's cheaper in the long run. It's compatible with all Xbox accessories as far as I'm aware. You stick your headset in there. And I think that's about it.
Yeah.
So, Dickie's going to have a little play with it because he's not used one before.
Yes, I am indeed.
Right. We're being dead lazy. Rather than capture card this, we're just going to film the screen.
Because then we can get the controller in as well when we need to.
Yeah. So, to find how to map your buttons, you go to Xbox Accessories.
That is an app that's included in the latest Xbox update. I don't know if it's only an Xbox preview update,
It might be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at Winona, I thought it was Stella.
I haven't renamed it yet. Let's change that straight away.
The S is there.
Yeah, remember I'm on remapped controls. So I have to rethink what everything does. I'm trying to make them capitals. No.
Whatever your click of
there we
thumbstick
go.
is.
Stella. Nothing wrong with them. There we go. Stella. Okay.
Right.
So when you first load the app up, you get this little slideshow. Tells you what you can do.
Some nice renders.
They are quite nice renders. I'm only going through just in case we forgot to mention anything. I don't think we did. Yep. Go. Configure.
Okay, it's very simple to do this. I tried to do this on a because you can do this on a standard controller.
Yes, you can.
Obviously, you just have less button mapping options, and you don't have the switches to turn it on and off. Because I was trying to switch one of my grenade buttons with a sprint button, but because there's no switch to turn it on and off, as soon as I'd leave Halo, obviously my A button was swapped.
Yes.
And I had to use a D-pad button for it. So it is doable, but it's not necessarily recommended.
One of the perks of having your 1-2 switch on here means you can flick back to default controls when you finish the game. Or switch between 2 different game settings.
Yes.
So, it actually does... just go back. It actually does give you loads of pre-mapped controls for games that exist.
Oh, I would love to play like Forza or something with that controls and then have the actual clutch. You know, like check your gear change on the paddles, because you get flappy paddle cars.
I think that was
It's
more
exactly
what they were thinking of with the paddles.
Yeah. Seeing as Forza is one of their titles, isn't it? They're big on Forza.
It gives you like 4 different settings just for Halo 5 Guardians. Unfortunately, I wanted my own specific ones, so I picked none of them and just made my own. So let's go to what I've set up for Halo 5. Button mapping. And that works the same way as any emulator. If anyone's used an emulator and you have to remap your buttons, it's the same thing. So we don't need to go through that.
Hello, Abby.
Abby's online. let's
No, I thought you'd mapped this already though, because that said A's mapped to A. Or are you on default at the minute?
This is my current map. So I have A mapped to my paddle, B mapped to my other paddle, and then my left and right clicks mapped to my left hand side paddles. Clicking that stick is my left on the D-pad. These will still retain their original buttons though. It's handy.
Okay.
Say if you're getting to learn a
Yeah.
new game, if you don't remap this to something else, it will just keep its old
Yeah,
buttons
for example, if Karrot, the crouch button in Halo, if you map another button to crouch, but you don't change the original crouch button, you will have 2 crouch buttons.
Yeah, basically. So I can use A.
So you can co-op them mega quick.
I can use that and that to press A.
Yeah.
Is the idea. Can you see that? That and that to press A. Yes, you
Yeah.
can. Okay, and then you can save. Now you get 2 save slots. The save slots they're on about are actually on the controller. That's slot 1, slot 2. You actually can save up to 100 configurations.
I was going to say, I'm sure you can save more than that.
But you only save those on the app. The 2 save slots are for the... So I can take this to Dickie's and it will all still be saved on here.
Cool.
That's
good.
how that works. Actually, before we go, sticks triggered. Now this is where I had some real fun. I didn't expect all this, to be honest.
Yeah.
Left stick. Here's where you can mess around with sensitivity.
Oh, nice. I didn't realise they had sensitivity. I thought that'd be down to the game.
So you get lots of different sensitivity. Well, it's not like you pick a number. It's like you pick a style of sensitivity. So this is for the left stick. Default is how the stick pretty much works. Then you have delay. And I think the green one is what it will change to, whereas the white one is the original same, I think.
Alright.
Aggressive. Instant, which is friggin' manic.
Bloody hell.
I mean, I'm barely moving that.
Yeah.
And I'm at the edges.
That's a bit extreme, that one.
I don't really know who's going to be using that. Or smooth, which is what I have it set to. It means it sort of slows down and speeds up in like a woo motion.
Yeah, okay.
I put that on the right stick though. My left stick's default.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, because then your right stick's your aim. Or yours is anyway.
You can adjust your dead zones on your triggers.
Oh, so it doesn't do anything. Ah.
Which is kind of cool. I didn't really play with it, but
that's clever.
Yeah,
that almost nulls the need for hair trigger though, because you could hold your trigger down halfway.
Yeah, but you're going to have to physically do that. Yeah. Whereas the hair trigger will stop it manually. Vibration, you can even change the rumble motors in your controller, the intensity of them.
Ah.
That's your main. And then the right hand side. I didn't even realise they were separate. And you can change the brightness of the Xbox button.
Cool.
Not that I ever bother with that. I mean, if you want to save...
Less battery, turn it down, obviously.
Exactly. What was that last one I missed? Flicking through the menus too fast. Oh, you can swap the sticks around and invert your X and Y and
swap
your triggers. But I mean, you can button map anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about all we have to show on the app. So let's get you playing a game of Halo.
Yes.
That's hilarious. I wonder if I can split screen that so they're both. That'd be rank. Right. Yeah, he's my dude. Right. Passing the controller to Dickie.
Oh shit. This is custom, isn't it? Okay, so you've got that as jump. That is sprint, that's crouch, and that's boost. Okay, I already find it really weird that jump isn't having a bumper. Ah, that's a fucking nade! Do you have two nade buttons? Oh no, you've got that as I like that aim on the trigger. X. Out of interest, how does the sniper work with that though?
Well,
because sniper's double zoom, and obviously that's hold to keep it in. So how do you zoom in on it for a second scope?
Well, default controls is left on the trigger anyway.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not if you're playing proper bump jumper controls.
Well, that's not default controls.
Okay, that fires quick.
Yeah.
That's the hair.
It fires slower when you aim.
That's the hair trigger. If you compare that to, do we turn the hair trigger off?
Slide the green thing up.
The green one up. Oop. I'm not sure how much of a difference there is there, but it feels like there is. Might be minuscule, but it feels like there's a difference.
It feels, yeah, you feel the difference. The carbine is more noticeable.
I'm just trying to remember what. Okay, you got sprint there. What's melee? What you got as melee?
Yeah.
Same.
My theory was to basically put movement on the paddles.
So you have nothing on your left.
No, left stick is left on the D-pad, which changes my grenade type.
Okay.
Which means then I have to take my finger off
I
the
think
stick
the
to
biggest
do
thing
that.
for me, in terms of your setup anyway, get these nades. Okay, yeah, that's nice. I would swap the paddles over because I'm so used to having jump on the left side.
But that's
having it.
That's because you played bumper jumper before.
Yeah, it's not necessarily having it on a different button. It's literally what my hands are doing. Like my left hand is used to jumping, my right hand's used to sprinting.
Yeah. I think X and Y are probably the only two buttons I couldn't find a more suitable button for.
What? Oh yeah, Y.
Because they're change weapon and reload. I tried different settings with them and I couldn't really come up with it. I found it less confusing to keep paddles to movement only. So I have crouch on.
I'm going to jump into a map. In fact, I'll jump online in a quick team one. Because this is going to be. I'm going to suck.
Let's use the shaky cam. I'm trying to get the controller in.
It is weird having a. What was your nade button again? Left bumper. Okay.
Yeah.
Some nade me and do. I hit some. The long thumbstick's really odd.
You get used to it, and it does feel strange. But that's also because it's on smooth. So you'll find you'll move slower and then quick, and then slow down again.
Oh, okay.
But I feel that the fact it does that gives me more time to. It gives slightly more precision, just personally. Because I tried turning that off.
Because it is it is a lot bigger. If you see, it might be easy to tell when it's sitting next to one.
It is much longer. It's the longest one you get in the box.
Yeah.
Which makes me think. I wonder if they're going to release more accessories for this, in like little packs. That would be a cool idea. So the theory of my button mapping is basically this. I don't really have to take my finger off the stick for much apart from swapping weapon and picking weapons up. So I can jump, boost, sprint, and slide and crouch all from the back paddles.
Your knees coming up on the screen.
If I can find a... here we are, grenades. Pick the stick down, don't have to take my finger off for that. Shoot, and everything. There. See if I can get this man. He's got a fuel rod cannon though, so probably not.
I swear when you're against someone who's got a fuel rod cannon, the bullets travel a lot faster than when you have the fuel rod cannon.
Yeah. But that's the theory. And I think it works when I'm not having a bad day.
It is a very solid theory. I'm just like, because obviously when new Halo games come out, people
stuff changes ever so slightly.
Like usually the default controls change a bit, but because I've used bumper jumper since Halo 3, my controls have always been the same, bar grenade change, which changed in Reach. Which is it's going to be very difficult because I will get one eventually. I don't know when, but I will get one.
Ignore.
I'd be changing. I'd be changing a few buttons, but not loads. So yeah.
So,
I hope you enjoyed, and we shall.
So that's the Xbox.
It is, and this is Karrot's sucking score 0.3. 0.3 killed
Look at that. Look at that.
I'm going to get out the screen. My face was very big then.
So, they're very nice. They're going to be back in stock in Christmas, I believe, because they're out of stock at the minute. They're completely sold out. In Christmas.
Yeah, so...
Yeah,
cool. Definitely recommend it, but...
Very good.
You
very
need
expensive.
to be loaded or single, which is essentially the same thing.
That's my justification. I'm the latter.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, they're wicked.
Right.
Sound. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit, guys.